Oh, okay. Rachel got Alexandra's husband to pick up the phone, and he wasn't too happy with her.
Stop calling me.
That's all he said, Rach? So that's all he would give, and he would not wait on the phone, and then hung up the phone. Okay. It's Mojo in the Morning show. So War of the Roses this morning, and going out of town and staying in the same hotel room with the person that you are cheating with and a coworker of yours. Is this Lenny?
Yes.
Hi, what's up?
Hi. That guy is so disgusting, and the little whore that's in his room is disgusting as well. That is so sickening. He has no regards to his wife, girlfriend, or anyone. The fact that he allowed her to even answer the phone, like, you know you're cheating, and you allow her to answer the phone, you don't care.
Yeah. Has this ever happened to you?
Never happened to me, but it happened to a couple of close friends. Not the exact same thing, but one incident was with the hotel room, and we found out the exact same way, just called the room. First, the lady was like, well, we can't give you, do you know the room number? We can't give you, can't transfer you just by name. But then we just kept calling to get somebody else, and then that person transferred. He answered the phone, but we heard the girl in the background.
Really? So busted right there.
Yeah, busted. And she was saying something like, who is that? And he's like, I don't know. And we're like, you don't know. She had it on speaker. We were all just dogging him out. And he hung up. And then we called back and was like, we asked about the room, the name of the room.
Uh-huh.
And she gave us the room number. So, of course, it went up there because it was right here in the city. They didn't even go out the city because he didn't have enough money for all of that. But it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a cheap cheater. He goes into in-town hotels. Michelle has a theory behind this. What's your theory, Michelle?
What if it's not a business trip? What if he's just on vacation with his girlfriend he's cheating on with his wife?
Well, who would vacation in Indianapolis?
But it also but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the purpose of the trip. The point is what he's doing.
So it's a little bed and booty instead of bed and breakfast, you're saying?
Right, but they're saying it's a business trip, and you guys are saying, what company puts people together on a business trip?
Right.
It's not a business trip.
Right.
Yeah.
John works at a hotel and says that this happens all the time. John.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are you?
Good. How are you this morning?
I'm excellent. War of the Roses, just a little bit ago, a wife heard that her husband was cheating on her when the girl he's cheating with answered his hotel room.
Right.
You actually see this a lot in your hotel?
I do, more often than I'd like to admit. And she probably has her own room. She might very well be there on a business trip. The reason we can tell is, like, if you run a housekeeping department and they go to the room the next day, the bed isn't been slept in at all. And I had a doctor and a nurse that would regularly travel together that I loved because I knew them from, like, checking them in. And then when I talked to the housekeeping, they said, no, they have separate rooms, but the one bed is never actually used. And it happens pretty frequently, actually.
So there's a lot going on in the one room, but in the other room, there's nothing going on.
Yeah, and it's funny because they'll, like, unmake the bed, she will, to make it look like it's been slept in. But from women that clean beds and change sheets every day, all day long, they know right away that, no, they don't sleep in this bed.
So you say you love these guys, so you must have a lot of personal conversations with them. Do they ever talk about being married, or do they act as if they're together?
Yes, 100%. I know for a fact that they're both married. I've talked to them about, like, their significant others because, like I said, I check them in. I work at the front of the hotel and then got transferred or took over the housekeeping manager position in the back and then, knew their room and said, they're so great. And the housekeeper said, nah, they're not as great as you think they are.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for the call.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Jennifer.
Yes.
What's up?
I work as a housekeeper, and we have guys pay us to keep our mouth shut when their wives are coming in if they have girls in their room.
And so they pay you, and what are you supposed to do if the wife shows up?
We usually don't say anything unless the wife is really nice, and then we'll brat them out.
Wow.
So
they'll just come right out and boldly announce. They'll just come out and admit that they're in there cheating and then put the weight on you to have to cover up for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. And did they give you good money? Like, how much money do you get out of that deal?
The most I ever got was $35, and she was coming in like 3 hours.
I'm telling you what, I would have sat there and had my hand out there with my fingers going more and more and more at that point. $35, a married guy is probably going to pony up a little bit more money than $35 to make sure his wife doesn't find out that he's boning some other girl.
Yeah, the most I've gotten from a wife for telling her was $50.
Wow.
And then the wife comes in and she's paying to get the info. It's like a bidding war.
This is amazing. Boy, I'll tell you what, you guys get a lot of money. You don't even need to clean rooms. You can just pretty much just stand there and just try to cover up their cheating.
Yep.
Do you feel bad that you're doing that?
Not really, because if I was the wife, I'd want to know.
Yeah. And it pays the bills, right? It gives you an opportunity to have some bills paid. All right. Well, thank you for the call.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. If you missed the War of the Roses, you can check it out on the podcast.